What's up, everybody? Josh here, Vogelitis today, and we are going to go over a bit topic on nutrition today. But before that, just like a little update on my prep and everything, it is all going awesome. The videos you're watching today, I'm training at both MI40, which is BPAC's gym, and Powerhouse in downtown Tampa. Everything's going good. These videos were shot at about 5 and 4.5 weeks out. I'm currently at 3.5 weeks out, and I'm really starting to see changes every day now, which is awesome. I'm super excited about the package I'm bringing to the stage this year. It's gonna be new and improved, and I can't wait till show day, as it is approaching fast. And well, before I actually begin the topic on nutrition, since I always talk about food, what foods am I craving at the moment? Just by asking myself that, the things that come to my mind: strawberry cheesecake, strawberry shortcake, Denny's red, white, and blue pancakes, which have strawberries on them, and blueberries, and whipped cream. All that sounds excellent right now. And the strawberry shortcake would have to be from Cheesecake Factory, and I really like Publix cheesecake, so that's pretty much my cravings right now on the top of my head. I am on poverty macros, so I can't make anything delicious fit into my diet. If so, I would be trying to whip up something or make something work in there somehow, because I could kill for some pancakes right now. In fact, I probably would kill somebody for some pancakes right now. But pretty much back to the topic at hand today. I'm pretty much going to go over just nutrition, like, selecting the best diet. Which diet is the best diet? And I'm going to start off by saying that Google's not always going to be your best friend, because if you just Google how to lose weight, it comes up with some pretty bizarre things that tells you how to lose weight, like eat only when hungry, be patient. For women, you should avoid fruit. Men, you should avoid beer. Avoid artificial sweeteners and eat less dairy products. Also, I see on here, where is it at? I just saw it. Use intermittent fasting. That's an interesting one. We'll get to that one in a minute. But yeah, so eat only when hungry. If that were the case, I would be not where I am now in terms of body fat. So that just fails right there, because I would be hungry, because I am hungry all the time. I would eat nothing but Lenny and Larry's cookies, or this place in Falrico, Florida called Little Greek, which is frickin' awesome. If you're out in the Florida, Tampa area, you should check it out. They have awesome food if you like Greek food. But back to what I was saying, and no, that was not paid advertisement. I just really like Little Greek. And yeah, so eat only when hungry. No, that's probably not going to be your best bet. I do know people who do intuitive eating, and they do enjoy it, but for the majority of people, that's not going to be optimal, because most people either way overeat or way undereat, and both of those are not going to be your best bet in terms of making the most amount of progress. For women, avoid fruit. For men, avoid beer. Both of these will just totally decrease calories in your diet if you take them out and replace them with anything else that has the same calories, even if it's a quote-unquote clean food, which I'm not sure why fruit is necessarily listed as bad on here. But yeah, I mean, it's just going to be from a decrease in calories. Avoid artificial sweeteners. I do not agree with that at all. If you replace 2 cans of regular Coke with 2 cans of Diet Coke a day, you are reducing your calories, and that would be a great thing. So I don't know why you would want to avoid those artificial sweeteners. Eat less dairy products. People fear lactose. They think it's going to make them fat. I'm here to tell you it's not. I eat Greek yogurt every single day, which has lactose in there, and I have striated glutes and quads, so I'm not sure why they would put that on there. Intermittent fasting, you're pretty much fasting for a majority of the day, and at night, or whatever selected period of time, you get to eat. This might as well just aim for a total daily caloric intake to hit, instead of trying to cram it all within a select 4 to 6 hours, as this could lead to binging because you've been starving for an extended period of time. So, Google's not always going to be your best friend when it comes to weight loss, but I am here to tell you that there is a better way to diet, or at least in my opinion, and the best way to diet, or I should say the best diet, is the one that you can adhere to best. Probably not the best answer, or probably not the answer you were looking for. Probably hoping me to say, oh, it was keto, oh, it's low carb, it's low fat, whatever it is, whatever. But no, it's just the diet that you can adhere to best for the long term. And no matter what type of foods you want to eat, no matter how many meals a day you want to hit, it all comes down to your total caloric intake. And this is where tracking your intake becomes very important. Understanding, your macronutrient ratios, where you should be, the numbers to hit, etc. All these are dependent person to person. But there's tons of calculators online. I mean, ifym.com has a great macro calculator just to give you a baseline, just to see where you're at. Because even if you want to eat all bro foods, even if you want to eat on a keto diet, if you want to follow the South Beach diet, that's great. But you have to understand it still all comes down to calories in versus calories out. So, tracking your intake and understanding where you're at just allows for very precise measurements and very precise adjustments to be made. That's going to allow for the most optimal changes in body composition during the time of your diet. Even if you're bulking, you hear people say, oh, I'm going to do a clean bulk, I'm just going to eat rice and chicken in huge quantities. Well, no, just because you eat these quote-unquote clean foods in a bulk doesn't mean you're not going to gain any more fat than you would if you were to have Pop-Tarts and Swiss rolls in your diet, if your calories were going to be the same. Would you perform better? Possibly. I mean, that's just going to depend person to person. That's going to all depend on your digestion and whatnot. But I mean, it all comes down to just tracking your intake and finding the foods and finding the diet that works best for you. Don't focus so much on dietary exclusion, but focus more on just incorporating all foods in a healthy moderation that lets you diet the longest with the best results in the end. So, when you get off your diet, or when you decide, oh, I'm done losing weight, you don't go out and binge because you haven't had ice cream in 6 months, or you don't go out and just can't stop eating after a contest because you haven't had a Pop-Tart in months and months. But there comes a time where you are going to have to exclude some of these foods from your diet, especially if you're a competitor, because your calories are going to be so low. But I mean, to go weeks and weeks and months without having any of that, just on select foods because you think they're going to make you burn fat the best, isn't necessarily the best way to go about it. That's why so many people have issues after diets and after shows of gaining weight back very quickly. So, like I said, the best diet is the one that you can adhere to best. I know Alan Aragon suggests this is for like the average person, an 80-10-10 split for someone's diet. This is going to be 80% whole foods, like your chicken, rice, pasta, beans, all your lean meats, etc. 10% of the diet should be like vegetables and fruits to help get your fiber and micronutrients in there, and then 10% whatever you want. So you can have a little bit of this and a little bit of that if you want to make it into your diet and enjoy it. I mean, it's going to be perfectly fine. You still will lose weight eating a Reese's cup. I promise you that, as long as you're in a caloric deficit. Yeah, you can fit a little bit in here and there. If your macros are high enough, you might be able to fit a little bit more. But still, the majority of your diet should be coming from whole foods. But if you want to fit a little something in now and then to prevent an unwanted binge, that's going to be perfectly fine. It's going to be up to you. So, that's pretty much all I got to say for this video, guys. I really appreciate you guys for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave so in the box below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a great one, y'all. I'll talk to y'all next time.